time I'd call them with some issue back in training when I was younger, and you would help me out so much through that. So thank you so much for all of that and for all your inspiration. My wife and family, for putting up with everything, every move, every decision. You guys are so resilient and the best, and we're going to make at least another move, so I'm going to ask you to do it again, but thank you all. I love you very much. And for the rest of my family that are here, thank you so much. Throughout my career, I've worked with so many great people and met so many amazing people. A lot of you are in this room, and I can't thank all of you enough. I mean, I see people that I went through the beat course with, Boz, back in the day to now, and it's just amazing. I can't thank you all enough for everything. And I reflect back on the friends that I've lost in combat or plane crashes, and I think of their families and what they still go through. So that will weigh heavy on my heart, and I'm sure a lot of you can attest to that. So after all this time, I hopefully gained a little bit of wisdom that I can pass on. So I'll try to do that briefly before I show you a presentation. First of all is don't be afraid to try new things and reach out and go for it. I see a lot of people that sit back and wait for things to happen to them. I've flown a lot of different airplanes, not because AFPC said, hey, Roden, we want you to fly a bunch of different airplanes. It's because I wanted to, and I went out and made it happen somehow. Not everything happened the first time. As one of my previous commanders said, you're going to strike out a lot, but you'll never hit the pitch you don't swing at. So take some chances. The road less traveled is always the most interesting in my book. So I would challenge you to do that. Secondly, I would challenge you to make a little room for God in your life. He's not going to solve all your problems, but he's going to make you infinitely better capable to deal with them, and you will be happier for it. Finally, I was a lieutenant. When I was a lieutenant, and I was a lieutenant here in Holloman, I was in the same squadron that the 9th and the 29th now work out of. I remember all these old, crusty lieutenant colonels, much like myself, sitting around and griping about the way the country's being run, and the politicians can't get along, and the military and the Air Force has no money, and we're doing more work with less people, and we don't, and they're getting rid of the A-10. How could they do that? This is 27 years ago. And as I reflect back on that, here's what I have to pass along is, A, we still have the greatest country on the face of this planet, and contrary to the press, the Chinese are not overtaking us anytime soon. So don't forget. Secondly, we have the greatest military in the world and the greatest branch of that military in the world, bar none. And your challenge is to maintain that. So that's what I'll leave you with. Now, because my wife, where'd she go?
Someone kept on calling her.